Hi guys, welcome to my 4.1.3 logical operators class. It is part of the operators. So in this class I'm going to teach you about and or not logical operators. It is part of the logical gates, which is you will be familiar how to write conditionals in this class, but it is just introduction. In the future classes I will teach you about if else conditionals, else if, by the way, and more and more. But let's get started to understand the fundamentals of the programming concept, okay, with logical operators. Let's get started with the AND, which is this one in here. So we're using logical AND when we have both conditions true. So it means produce true if both operands are true. Okay, let me write fastly our stream as string. I will do it very fast. I will not take too much time. Okay, and come down, say using namespace. By the way, yes, everything true. Space std. By the way, you can make practice with it too. Integer main, not main. Right, let's come down in here. Right, now let's say we have x 12, y is, by the way, let's put your integer. X is 5, put semicolon. Let's say integer y is 6, and integer z is around 8 in this case. Okay, we have three variables and we will do our program with them to use this logical AND or and not. Let's get started with the logical AND. So what can we say? We can say bool and let's say result 1, for example. First, we can check our first condition. For example, let's use our relational operators with that, which is I already showed you in the past class for about relational operators. We use like greater, less than, greater than or equals, and whatever else you saw there. So we can say x is less than or equals to y. This one is first one. Then we can add here our logical AND. Sorry, not this one. Yeah, this one, exactly. Yes, and we can say that is greater than or equals to y. That's the case we just made our program. So in this case, we're saying x is less than or equals, which is what we have in here. X is 5 and y is 6. And we know x is less than y, which is 5 is less than 6, but they are not equals to each other. But we are just looking for like one condition. If it is true, then it will be true. As we know, x is less than y. In this case, it will be true, right? This one is true. So the logical AND is saying us produce true if both operands are true. It means the both side has to be true here and here. If one of them is false, one of the condition is false, the logical AND will not work. It will not work any time. Okay? So let's look at another one. The z is, in this case, is 8, and we're saying if it is greater than or equals. As we know, z is 8 and the y is 6, which is x, z is greater than y in this case, right? So what will happen now? Both conditions are true. This one is true and this one is true. And we already provided to make it and logical AND operator. It will be equals, like the both conditions will be equals to true, and in this case logical AND will output. All right, let me prove you that how I can do it. Just we need to use our count method to see result 1. You can say handle, and we can just put our semicolon, and we can run our program and can see the output. Yes, in here it is 1. Did you see that our both conditions are true? What if I do that like equals equals? It means z has to be equals to y, but in this case, as you see, z is 8 and y is 6, and they are not equals to each other, right? This one is wrong condition, and this one is true condition. But logical AND is saying us produce true if both operands are true. In this case, this one is false, this one is true. So what it means, and logical AND operators will not work. So run that and see if it works. 0. It means false. So program is not working like that. Okay? It will not work like that when you do that. It means false. It is not true. But if I show you with example, let's say I said, still I didn't teach you about if conditionals, but let's do it. So let's just take this guys from there and add it in here and just come down and do it like that and say what we can just say count, say count is true like that. Yeah, you can say handle. You can put this one there. Just see the result if it works. So by the way, as you see here, we have this guy. So what if I tag it there into them like that? What will change? Everything will be okay. So by the way, you can use this method for here too. I mean, you can just delete this one and this one. Like it is the way you can do that too. So run that and see what it will say. Run that. 0. Why it says 0? Still it's 0 or not? What's wrong in here? It didn't work, as you see, because it is equals equals. So what if I do that greater than or equals? In this case, it is true will work. So it means 1 means like it works, right? So output works in this case because it is true conditions, right? So maybe you'll say why this string doesn't work like in here, because our result is Boolean, right? In here, as you see. So let's close that, this one, and just do it like that. Run it and see what will happen. Nothing there. Why? What's wrong here? So let's come here and just go to the file. For example, in this case, our file name will be what? Our file name is operators, still CPP operators, right? Not CDD, CPP operators. Okay, our file is already there. So do you think like what's going on in here? When you run that, the output is never there. what's going on in here. Run code, the same situation. Run C++ file. Well, this, yeah, everything works. So let's go to the run that again. Not CPP comments. Readers, not CVE. Nothing there still. Why it didn't work? What do you think? What is wrong in here and it didn't work? Do you think we need to separate it like that? And even we need to do one more thing. Let's take it out here and put here one more comma like that. What do you think? Is it works? Let's run it right now and see the result if it works. Okay. What about output? Let's run code in here. Okay. Nothing. So run that again. Where is the output exactly? As you see, nothing in here. Why? I just want to see the it is true if condition is true. So in this case, it is still equals equals, but it is not equals equals. I want to see if it is greater. Bam. As you see, it is true. But when you do that, equals equals, it will give you nothing because logical AND operator is just working when both cases are true. Okay? Just don't forget that. If you make it greater, the conditions will be both of them will be true. But if you didn't do that, AND logical AND operator will not work for that. When you run that, let's run it. And down, it is true. In this case, let's say we have also else conditions, like else and come down. Let's say cut, it is not true, or even it is false. I mean, it will be same logic. Yeah. So if I do equals equals, as I know this case will be wrong one. I mean, this condition will be wrong, and when I run that, it will be it is what? What it is? Z equals equals before token. So what happened in here? Run that again. Yeah, it is not true. As you see here, can you see that? It is not true. When you make it greater than equals, run that, it is true. As you see, we can use it like that, okay? So what it means, so both cases has to be true, okay? Let's now look for the or, how it works, okay? So don't change anything, just do it like that. And in this case, I will show you one other way. So when you run that, what will happen? Let's see what will happen. It is true. Still it is true, right? Why it is true? The OR operator is saying produce true if at least one operand is true. One operand means a condition, if a condition is true, it works. We don't need to make it like for both conditions. So just one condition is okay. I mean, let me prove you that. Let's say it is equals equals as we see with the AND operator, like with the logical AND, it didn't work. It says like it is not true, right? Now, if I run that, let's see what will happen. It is true. Still, it is true because one condition is exactly true. So this one, sorry, not the other one. So if it is false, it's okay because or logical or is saying a condition, if a condition is true, I will run this code. But if I say this is AND operator, sorry, AND operator, so it will be, it is not true because a condition is false. Both of them has to be true in this case. Run that, it is not true. Did you understand what is the differentiation between AND, logical and logical OR operator? I hope you understand. What is the differentiation between them? One of them is saying, like this one is saying, both of them has to be true, and this one is saying one of them can be true. Okay, and we have other one. So I will show you now. Let's make it little, so little bit crazy. So in this case, I want to say what, this one. I added here exclamation mark. So let's come back to the here logical not. It's produced the opposite Boolean value of the operand. What it means? It's just saying if this condition is true and this condition is true, in this case it is not true, let's make it true, by the way. Yes, like that. Now it's saying like this condition is true, x is less than y, and z is greater than y. Yeah, both cases is true. So it's saying, yeah, everything nice. Okay, logical AND is really appropriate for this case. So it will output. It is true. But this one is before parentheses, before all this operation, saying not. It means let's separate this guys like that, like that. Okay. It means is not, like not. And all these things is true, right? So now we have not and true. As you remember, we had we had a thing there like this one, not true. As you remember our first topic, like maybe in here I will show you, not equals this one, not equals to each other, right? So now let's come back to here, not equals to each other. What it means. This one makes this all bunch of codes in here, I mean this codes here, false. Because it is true as we see here, and we have not in here. So now read in English. Not true. Not true. What if something not true? What will be? So we will know that not true means is false, right? And not false mean is true. If something not true, it will be false. If something not false, it has to be true, right? Okay, we got the point. Not true, false. Okay, I will just tag it to just give you the hint in here. Let's come down. I will add here, and I will also tag this guys from there to just give you this hint. Again, let's come here and put it there. Okay, just not it. Just you can work with it, okay? Not true, and this guys. Okay, maybe I can tag it below it. It will be much helpful for you. Just work on it. It is logical gates, okay? It will help you always in the future. So now let's delete this pseudocode system. I mean, we are now working like that. So let's close them. I just explained it to you how it works. Now let's come back to the here. Now we have not true. It means false. In this case, we can say it is false and it is true. So now maybe you will confuse. We said it is false. Why we said false? Because it is not, and this is true. Not true means it is false. In this case, if something false in these conditions, we can say it is false for the output. Else mean if it is not false, it has to be true. And we just said in else conditions, it is true. Let's run it and see the result. So, not true. Do you think it is not true? Exactly. So, because everything is true in conditions in here, and we said not, we making it like negative, okay? And it will be, it's false. So let's run it. I think you're confusing with it, but no worry. It is true. Why it is true? Because not true makes it false. So, what's going on in here? What do you think? Let's think about that. When you run that, it will say it is true. Why it is true? Just can you explain me why? Z is greater than Y. Is that true? Yes. X is less than or equals to Y. Yeah, that's true. And this one in here, all right, that's true too. Not makes it like that. But one thing we forget in here. What? I can show you. We didn't add for this one. Can you see that? Because this parenthesis is just for this one. And we now added this exclamation mark and we made it also not true, like false. Now it is false. This is like not true, false. And this is not true, false. If both of them false, 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 like false and false will be equals to false. Now let's run that and see what will happen. It is still true. Why? This is another case. Why something gives us this it is true, else conditions work? Why? Why not it is false? So, can you make something like that? Like pack it like that. For example, in here, where is it? Hmm. Like that. And apply for both of them in this case. Run that. Still it is true. What is going on in here? You need to understand that. Not true is false. Yeah? Not true, it is false. So we just negating like this if and else is still it is true. Why else conditions work, not if conditions works? Why? Is something wrong in here? Do you think like that? It is not true, it is false. Why? Because this is false condition. How if conditions work for here? Hmm? But what if you say this is equals to each other, like z equals y? What will happen? What do you think? Run that and see. It is false. Did you see that? X is less than Y. Yeah, X is less than Y. X is really less than Y. Yeah, that's true. And Z is equals Y. Is that true? No, it is false. And as we know, if our one condition is wrong for the logical AND operator, it has to be false. If it is false, in here we have not. Not is making not false to true. So not true, sorry, not false will be in this case what? Not false equals true, right? And here will be not true, sorry. Here will be, yeah, definitely will be false. Is that true? Yeah. So in this case, we can say it is true and it is false. Can we? Okay, let's do it like that. Take it from there. Take it from here too. Okay. What's going on here? Did you understand what's going on? When you run that, it is true. Not false means if will be true. Guys, just you need to understand. If means we are looking for the true. Else mean is we are looking for false. Okay? And in this case, not false is true. And we just saying here like what, if true, say it is true. Say it is true. In here for the else, we saying else like, or if not true, it means, or even if false, say it is false. Like that. You understand? If means output true answer. And this one saying false, else means is false, output false. Okay, it is a lot. So now if I do it like greater than equals, now what will happen? Not true will be false. So in this case, else conditions work. Okay? So in this case, it will be true, it will be false. Run that, save and run, it is true. So guys, what's going on in here? I will tell you. So this is true conditions. This is it makes it not true, so it means it is equals false, right? What happened now? If it is false, if is just working for the true, and if equals false is wrong approach. In this case, it will check else conditions. Else conditions now true because if condition is false and else conditions is true. So now maybe we'll say why else conditions is representing true. No, it's not about that. It's just saying if condition is false, else conditions will be true in this case because we are just looking for alternative way, right? And it's just say it is true. I hope you understand. So we already learned about not and or and this kind of things. Even we can do one more thing. Maybe I can add in here. I can say like or I can add it again there, and I can do crazy things in here. For example, let's do same things, just say equals equals and say for that less than or equals. In this case, one of them like true. In this case, what will happen? Let's look at that. So this one is true, this one is false, right? But we have logical or in here. It's just saying one of the condition can be true, then it will run, it will be output. Okay, and we have here not, so it will be not true because or logical or makes it true, and not true will make it again false, right? And we just saying it is false because if condition will be in this case it's false. I mean, if condition will be true, it means like, sorry, not true will make it false. So it means it's already true. So by the way, just don't mix your mind. If means like it will output the first case. I mean, like something true or false. Okay. If it is false, else will be true in this case. When you run that, it will be true as conditions work. Because if condition is not true, it equals false. And else conditions equals true. It's about logical gates, as I mentioned before. It will be confusing part for you, but you will learn all of them in the future, step by step. So I hope you understand, guys. I really made little affordable this lesson. Maybe you will think like I don't know something, but I just explaining you like a stupid man because this is the way how you can learn things. Okay, the other way it will be so difficult. So I hope you understand. Just know about it. If only works for the true conditions. This is just output. Don't mix your mind with this output, okay? It could be anything else in here. It doesn't matter, okay? The important thing is the understanding logic. Logic is the most important part. This is just output. This one is output. These guys are so important. What if doing and what else doing in here. By the way, just don't focus about if and else because I already didn't teach you about these conditionals. Just know about this not, not logical not, logical and. So this one and this one logical and logical or, and even for the like the past class about like relational operators. That's all for about this class. I hope you already learned most of the things, how to use this, guys. In the future we will continue with the like advanced classes and you will learn a lot than today. So the next class will be about assignment operators, but assignment operators is so easy. So just we using equals for that. I think I don't want to make this class maybe. So let's talk about maybe another class will be about shorthand assignment operators. Okay, see you there. I hope you enjoy it during that class. See you in another class. Thank you.